Now here's a very interesting article, and it's sciencey and gaming all smashed together. I know, I'm so glad I find it, because sometimes I have to separate my technology news, my world news, my science news, and then gaming news. And sometimes science intersects with gaming. In this one, it's directly correlated and all mixed up together. But apparently a bunch of gamers cracked an enzyme, like a DNA or something to do with HIV virus. They cracked the coding for this, like a group of them, in 3 weeks. What, scientific and all these other, geniuses, whatever, couldn't crack for 10 years. For 10 years they've been trying to figure out this enzyme, whatever. And I don't think it's DNA. I think it's an enzyme-like molecule. But they were able to do it because what they said was, electron microscopes or whatever it is, gives you a flattened version. You can see this flattened version of what looks like I believe they describe as spaghetti. And then what they had to try and do is extrapolate that molecule, see what that molecule looks like, so that pharmacologists can create drugs that, break off the weak ties, can attack it and get to that enzyme by looking for weaknesses in it. And for 10 years they've been trying to do this. This is a key enzyme in HIV for development of, medical drugs to control it and or cure it, and other diseases as well. And the fact that these gamers were able to crack it, extrapolate it, basically perfectly within 3 weeks. That is awesome. Kudos to the gaming community. Kudos. But this is more exciting than that. I know it's great. We're like, yeah, I knew it. I knew our gaming would come in handy. But I think it's more exciting the fact that these people, the gamers, may be able to assist in medical and scientific discoveries more often. Just because of the way that they think. Because of the way we're trained on the types of games. I don't know what it is. But I know it's very, very cool. So anyway, that link to the link to the article that I'm talking about is below, and you can check it out yourself. It does talk quite a bit more about the enzyme itself and explains it a bit better, but I thought I would bring it to you because I think it's really, really cool, the fact that gamers broke a 10-year-old mystery in 3 weeks. Awesome. And awesome for science and medical history as well. I mean, that's really the more important part, I guess, but I'm just proud as a gamer. Anyway, that's it. Leave your comments below, rate the video, and if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to The Gun Shop and follow me on Twitter. That link is also below. Peace.
And be sure to subscribe to NGT Zombies and The Gun Shop for more videos.
Oh, what a glorious feeling. Oh, what a glorious day. I've got a glorious feeling. Everything's going my way. Yes! I am in a great mood. This is a big one. Is the human trials of another HIV experimental vaccine. Now, there's been a couple others before. This one here is gaining a lot of international hype, and I'm very, very excited to talk about that. For me, this is why I was in such a good mood. I'm like, these are good stories. I feel good about gaming. It is a feel-good story, and that is a possible vaccination for HIV is going to be rolling out and starting testing on humans in January. This is a big deal. Now, there's been previous vaccinations, such as the Merck vaccination, and I'm a little bit, I wanted to research this one a little bit because I have a bad feeling that the way they tested it was not very ethical. They say that they had over 3,000 international participants, not volunteers, participants. And just, I'm very weary about the wording of certain things. And when I hear that, international participants, I immediately think, you know what, maybe they went to Africa, maybe they told them what they were doing, maybe they didn't, and they just had these people like, oh, no, come on, no, don't worry, we're giving out vaccinations today, boom, 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 just come back here every few days after you're done your business. And they did 3,000, and what they found out was the people, like there's always a test, like the people that get a placebo or a sham vaccination or whatever, and then the ones that get the real one. And what happened was, once they went to that stage, they found out the ones that actually got the real vaccination are basically, I was going to say, contracted HIV more than the ones that didn't get it. Obviously the opposite effect and the opposite desire there, and that vaccination was scrapped, and obviously research is going on. But this particular one, and I don't know what it's called, it's like some SV to the double G 001. It was actually developed right here in London, Ontario, the University of Western Ontario. That's a university here. As a matter of fact, it's the university that Daryl, aka Spiderbite, went to for engineering. So this university that's right here in the city that I live in, basically has created and is about to start testing on a very promising, now I say promising because it's not really a vaccination, it's not really deemed to be a cure until all 3 phases, 3 or 3+ phases have been successfully done. First phase starts in January. They take 40 HIV positive, so these people have HIV positive volunteers, and see, this is where the wording is important. So they're like, and obviously here, I mean, you're not going to force people to take strange. They're like, hey, can I inject you with this? No, don't worry, it's all good. You know what I mean? So 40 volunteers, they're going to test on HIV positive to see if it has any bad effects. And by that I mean, you know, kill them or whatever. And these people are well aware. I mean, it could potentially accelerate their condition. It could kill them. It could cause them horrible conditions. But they have HIV positive. They are doing it for the benefit of millions of other people that are affected. Ooh, I think it's raining out. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can. Whatever. It's raining. You're not going to bring me down, rain. Ha ha! It should be snow, though. Nice and fluffy. It's Christmas time, you know what I mean? So 40 test HIV positive people. Then it goes to the second phase. Second phase is 600 people, 600 volunteers again. There's that key word. Volunteers that are HIV negative, so they don't have HIV. They will receive the vaccination after the other 40 people don't die, hopefully. I mean, it's a horrible idea, but this is the way it is. You know what I mean? This is how things have to be tested. That's why they have to have volunteers, because something could go wrong. So once it's deemed safe, moves on to the second phase. 600 HIV negative. And this is where I'm not even going to get into this because I don't really know. And if I said something, it could be potentially wrong and really offend people, and I don't want to do that. But these people they word it as their lifestyle puts them at high risk for I can't get that word out. For getting HIV. It's 600 people that are at high risk. Obviously, their activity, they're a bunch of little sluts. They go out and they like to have sex a lot, maybe with other people that are more likely to have HIV. I don't know, and that's obviously the point of it. So they're going to take 600 people that have high-risk lifestyles, whatever that means, and I'm not going to get into it. You know why, and you can see why I don't want to talk about it, because I don't know really what the word is, or, you know, they say, oh yes, these people here always, they're the highest risk. I don't want to get into that. The main thing is that 600 people, high risk, are going to be getting the vaccination. And if that seems, you know, if it turns out that, you know, 90 or whatever percent, I don't know what the threshold is, but that they don't contract HIV. Hey, I got it right that time. What do you know? Look at me. I'm all grown up. So, if they don't get it, then they move on to a bigger phase. 6,000 volunteers for high-risk HIV. And then and what's going to happen is, half of them will get the actual vaccination, half will get the sham or the placebo vaccination that doesn't do anything. Then they are going to compare them. If there's a clear and noticeable difference at that point there, and I'm hoping it does. I'm really hoping. I mean, this is a good feeling. I'm like, please let it work. If anything that I've wanted to have work, just to help other people. I mean, just to help this. And plus it shows what a great, you know, humanity can actually come together and solve these things. You know, I mean, it was the great problem from the 80s when we were like, oh my God, it's killing millions. There's no cure. It just kills everyone. Now there's the opposite effect that maybe, you know, if everyone gets a vaccination, everyone's just screwing everything. You're like, hey, look, there's a hole. You know what I mean? It could be problematic. We could have babies coming out the wazoo soon in the future. I don't know. Whatever the case may be. You know, and by the way, don't do that either, because there's a lot of other sexually transmitted diseases that are just as equally itchy and drippy and sore and burny that you don't want, that don't have a cure as well. Is it not HIV, syphilis or hepatitis? One of them. I don't know. Either way, still, slap on a rubber, man. Don't take a chance. I mean, we're not there yet. Don't be stupid. So they're going to test it. Hopefully we do this. I mean, this is something that makes me feel really good inside. And it's right before Christmas. You know what I mean? It's like a gift. It's a gift to humanity by these scientists. They've been working on it for 10 years. $10 million spent, 10 years of research, and we're about to start human trials. I think this is so good. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm hopeful that it actually will work as a bona fide, HIV vaccine. I think this is a great gift to give to humanity in the next few years. I think it's, because it's not going to happen like that. They're not going to test 40, a month later, like, hey, we're on to the next ones, and all of a sudden, 6 months down the line, all 40 are dead. We're like, oh, whoa, guys, I'm really sorry about that. Apparently, we didn't wait long enough. There's a lot of time waiting. There's a lot of time to see what happens. They have to make sure it's safe. So this isn't something that's going to just, boom, in the next few months be, oh, it's the cure. It takes a long time. But it's promising. Next thing that we got to hit, something like cancer. I'm hopeful that, our scientific community and the doctors and medicine are going to be able to understand and find, hopefully, a cure or something that can prevent or reverse the stages of cancer. Because that is some scary stuff. And I think, looking at this story here, I think we can do it. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen in the next few years, but I think, and I'm hopeful that humanity will be able to crack that one as well, for the better of humanity. You know what I mean? I'm really excited about this. I feel really good. Hopefully you have a great new year. I'm in a great mood. Hopefully I see you back here. Thanks for watching The Gun Shop. Peace! Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace. Oh, what a glorious feeling. Oh, what a glorious day. I've got a glorious feeling, everything's going my way. Yes! I am in a great mood. This is a big one.